My name's Peter, and I've been with Start Me Up Niagara for about 4 or 5 years now. And I got to know Start Me Up Niagara through Ontario Disability, and yeah, they were great, and they helped me connect with Faye Nickerson through Start Me Up Niagara, and she's been great, and she's helped me find employment within the Niagara region all over the place, and it's been really fun, and she's been helping me out quite a bit, and I've actually landed quite a nice job at White Oaks as a banquet waiter through Faye Nickerson's help.
Hi, my name's Jane Lavaca, and I'm a coordinator for a program called Survival for Women. And the way I got involved with Start Me Up Niagara was in 1999. I came here with my husband. We were on disability, and we were one of the first businesses that Start Me Up Niagara helped open. It's called Niagara Bags and Rags, and my husband and I have done that, and it's still operating and has done very well. We're very pleased with that. Between then and now, I went back to work, and I worked at Westview Christian Fellowship, and there was a program there called Women for Women, which is an outreach group, and offshoot of that is Survival for Women. And so the natural place for me to go to look for employees to work at Survival for Women was back to Start Me Up Niagara, and we have employed a few people from Start Me Up Niagara, and it's worked out wonderfully. We have a lady right now who will be the next person talking, named Peggy, and she is our cook.
I've been a volunteer at Start Me Up Niagara since September 2008. It has been a wonderful place to start. You can volunteer upstairs in the kitchen. I started with the prep every Friday, and then I've done the dishes, and every pasta Wednesday, which is every month, I volunteer and do the serving. I also got my job through Start Me Up, as Jane has said. It's a great place. The ladies and gentlemen here are so helpful and so wonderful. I can't express. It's really helped me a lot. The people I have met, just so wonderful. It's been great.
Hi, my name's Corey. I'm a tattoo artist and owner and operator of Bleeding Orchid Tattoo in downtown Thorold. I was introduced to Start Me Up Niagara through Ontario Disability Support Program. While I've been here, I've learned some skills of how to organize and operate my new business, and Start Me Up has given me some resources to help me throughout operating my new business.
Hi, my name is Kristen, and I work for One Touch Direct. We are a call center in the St. Catharines area, offering primarily sales to existing customers, and we've recently branched out to the technical support side of things. I've been with the company for 9 years. I'm the manager of recruiting and training. I started out as a sales agent with absolutely no experience whatsoever. My first week was pretty grueling. I wasn't sure that I could do it, but I stuck it out and I practiced, and something clicked after about 2 weeks, and I became the top seller. From there, I moved into different roles in the company. I've had some training experience. I've run my own teams. I became an account manager, decided that that wasn't really what I wanted, so I took some time, kind of decided what I really wanted to do, and then I took on the role of manager of training and recruiting. Tried something new, and I've been working with Start Me Up for a couple of years now.
Waters. I came to Start Me Up quite by accident, actually. I was here upstairs in this building at a 12-step recovery meeting that I'm a part of today, and I found one of their newsletters. It was sitting on the table, and I leafed through it, and it had an advertisement that said, "Are you something to do? Are you out of work and looking to get back in the job market?" And that was me at the time. And there was a number there, and Faye Nickerson was the contact, and I called her up, and that's where things started.
Hi, my name's Hilton Tobin, and I came to Start Me Up Niagara because I am a ODSP recipient, and I wanted to do something to enrich and improve the quality of my life. And through years of trial and error and struggle and despair, I received a message from a very good friend of mine to activate my years of research into a skincare profession. And it enabled me to become self-employed, work my own hours, and continue to discover and evolve with my creative talents. And Start Me Up has been a phenomenal beneficiary because they have been moral support, spiritual support, and employment support for me. So there's really a theme of transcendence with Start Me Up Niagara that I'm just dearly grateful for.
And Start Me Up Niagara's help as well. So some of the jobs that I've acquired through Start Me Up Niagara has been, I did a pest control company. I worked with a pest control company. I did Elections Ontario. I was a temporary server at Johnny Rocco's for a night. That was fun. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, I did the MS, handed out pamphlets for multiple sclerosis. That was a good time. And yeah, all the opportunity was provided through Start Me Up Niagara, and I can't thank them enough because they have given me the opportunity to seek employment within the Niagara region. And yeah, without their support, I don't think I'd be able to, have the opportunity to work at such a fine place right now. Where at White Oaks, where they've hired me back as a banquet waiter, where I used to be a banquet buster, but now I got promoted to a banquet waiter. So basically, I want to say thank you for giving me the confidence, Start Me Up Niagara, and I appreciate everything that you did for me. So thank you.
Back in 1999, Start Me Up Niagara was very, very small. Susan Vendetti had a little office and a secretary down the hall. It wasn't very big at all. I had a bout with throat cancer, so I was dealing with that, and my husband had an idea for a business. He had always worked in garages, so he had this idea where he was going to get old clothing and material and cut it up and make rags out of it, and which we thought was great for the environment, as well as it worked in shops. And he knew from all the shops he'd worked at that they always buy rags and they pay quite a bit of money for them. So he decided that we should do this, and disability worker kind of wasn't interested. We heard about Start Me Up, so we came over and asked about it and met with Susan and told her our idea. She thought it was fabulous. She was very encouraging. She helped us make brochures and flyers, and she gave us ideas on advertising. She gave us ideas on how to promote it, things to pay attention to that are pitfalls that could happen. We needed a cutter, we needed contacts for material. She was amazing. It all fit together, and it's done really well. That was 1999. It's now 2013. We are still selling rags. It's become a viable business.
I had originally met Trisha at a previous company that she worked for, and when she moved over here, she came to tell me about all of the great things that Start Me Up had to offer a local employer, and some of the things that they do with their people for job searching and prepping them and things like that. So it's been a really good experience for me. We've actually recently hired 2 people from Start Me Up Niagara.
Yeah, I am a talented tattoo artist, but I didn't have the skills necessary to operate my own business, and Start Me Up has really contributed to helping me stay organized and keep my head up and keep pushing towards my goals as a business owner.
And then plus getting a job from Start Me Up Niagara. It's been wonderful, just great. And I work for now Survival for Women on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and I cook there, and I got the job through Start Me Up. And on Thursdays I do go to Women for Women. About every third Thursday I volunteer as well there. So yes, I just want to say thank you so much to Start Me Up Niagara. It's been a real pleasure volunteering here.
I've been volunteering at Start Me Up at the front desk as in a reception position, and I've been doing that for almost 2 years now, and that's 1 day a week, and it was a great position for me because it brought me out of my shell, and got me exposed to a lot of things I had never been exposed to before. And the skills that I learned here, you know, they taught me people skills, they taught me office skills, as well as a lot of the soft skills dealing with people. And I guess that must have been what One Touch was looking for, because I got an interview through Tricia here, and I went to my interview, and it went well, and that's pretty much how it started. I started the very next weekend in their training program.
I would recommend them to start Me Up Niagara and say that if you're on a disability support program, or if you are disabled in any way, shape, or form, and you want to do something with your life, if you're really, really interested in working and having a career, whether it be part-time or full-time or somewhere in between, that I would recommend Start Me Up, because Start Me Up really, really helps each person. They treat each person with dignity and respect and compassion, and I would highly recommend that Start Me Up be your support.
Starting a small business, or you're looking for traditional employment and you have any issues at all around it, like whether it's mental health or physical, whatever it is that you think, I need something specific or I need some sort of help, this is the place to come, because they look at what your barriers are and they totally work around them. And I just find, from an employer standpoint now and from a participant standpoint back in 1999, that at no point do they ever say, that's not something we can help you with. They say, okay, sit down, let's see what we can do. Even now with Peggy cooking in the kitchen, it's just gotten better and better. We haven't had any issues at all. It's worked out really well because of the help they gave her prior to coming to us. She was already volunteering in their kitchen, and she was learning all the skills that she needed to learn. So when I got her as a cook, as an employer, when I got her as a cook, it was just natural for her to do what she'd already been doing here. So it fit in beautifully. It wasn't, now I'm going to try to learn something with the employer. She knew what she wanted to do. They've already got her doing it here. So it's worked out wonderfully.
But you know, Start Me Up has a lot of things to offer an employer, and I was here recently for a job prep session type of thing, and they asked me questions about what I was looking for in resumes, what I was looking for in candidates, how I expected them to appear, and then when I was able to interview 2 people after that, I was very impressed, and they had everything that they needed to get the job.
And I just basically want to say thank you, and I would recommend this program to anyone that's needing help with starting a new business or finding employment.
Well, for me, it's been absolutely a blessing. I came to Start Me Up at the lowest point in my life. I mean, at the time I started here, I was very near death physically as a result of my addiction, and I was bankrupt emotionally, spiritually, and I was at a bottom. And the people here, you know, they worked with me. They were very compassionate. They were very understanding. They were very caring. And, you know, they spent a lot of time working with me one-on-one, you know. And that was just what I needed, you know. I needed that compassion and the caring at the time, you know. And they helped me to restore my self-esteem. And they did that, you know, in a very respectful and dignified way, you know, and like I say, that was exactly what I needed. And I know people, because a part of my life today is working with others, and I know people who are looking for that as well, and this is a great place to find just that.